Peacock Nation. Welcome to the December 2nd edition of Peacock Talk. I'm Jamina Sorman.
And I'm Donnie Kendall. Many Upper Iowa students set goals for themselves and give back to the community. For one UIU student, that goal will come true January 1st, as Bohati Clothing will start selling products. CEO and founder Calvin Stringer sat down with our very own Dylan Field to discuss his company.
My name is Calvin Stringer, and I'm the creator of Bohati Clothing Line. Well, I started Bohati from my senior year in high school. I actually started it with entrepreneur class, and what I had to do was I had to present in front of NIFTY. It's like a program where they pick entrepreneurs from all across the United States, and they have your high school basically go against each other, and they pick two people from your high school to represent your state and potentially your high school. And well, I presented mine, but I didn't go so far with it. Like, they didn't pick my idea, but I think I did pretty good. I know I wanted to pursue my dream as being something else besides a clothing line creator, but I didn't know at the time what I wanted to do with it. But I also knew that I didn't want to leave my dream behind in high school. With Bohati, what I wanted to do was, like, it was similar to Tom's shoes. I don't know if you heard of that, but what I wanted to do was every pair of or apparel that you buy, so it's like clothes, like pants or shirt or jacket, we would try to give back a piece of clothing towards somewhere that doesn't have. So for instance, like Haiti, with the accidents that's going on, like with things that's going on in Haiti, like we would give back clothes, or not even just clothes, like amounts of money. Like if Bohati was like to start 10 years ago or 20 years ago, like with the things that happened in Flint, Michigan, like we would have been partnership with them to donate water and help them. The short-term goals right now is making sure we start up January 1st. That is the release date. January 1st, that's what I want to do. And the long-term goals is to make sure that Bohati is something similar to the representation of the United States of America. I want Bohati to represent the Olympics. What I want to do is incorporate it, like I said, I want it to be with the Olympic team, but also I want it to be with other countries as well. So like I know I have a couple of supporters in like Belgium and places of like across the world, like in Ukraine, other places like that. So what I want to incorporate is like things that make them feel comfortable wearing our clothes. So like if it's with their flags, or if it's something their tradition likes to wear, or is it a type of design that they like to wear, I will incorporate that into Bohati. Starting up as the designs go from smaller to complex, the price ranges will vary, but when you look at it, it's not just the price of that's what you're paying for the shirt. When you think of it, you're not paying for a shirt, you're paying to help someone else that's in need. So right now, our shirts will be starting off at $15, and that's with print costs and things like that. But what it is we're taking it towards more than just a t-shirt. So when you're paying for the t-shirt, you just think of it as you're paying to help somebody else that's in need in a charitable event, or some kid in high school that doesn't have supplies for school or things like that. You can find Bohati Clothing on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bohati Clothing, and you will be able to purchase it. I'm working on the website right now. It will be released the same day as on January 1st. The website will be posted on my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for Bohati Clothing. And you'll be able to purchase it from there. Or you can also come to Fayette, Iowa and purchase it personally, because I will have clothes here.
For KPCK TV, I'm Dylan Field.
In on-campus news, the past summer, UIU hired Rob Hudson as the new director of the library. Our own Taylor Hoth sat down with him to discuss his role and the future of the library.
Hi, I'm Rob Hudson. I'm the new director of the library here at UIU. I've been here for 6 months now, and I replaced Becky Wading, who was the director for 42 years. And I'm very much a member of the community now. My family lives here in Fayette. I have 2 daughters. They're 6 and 9, and they go to UNV in West Union. My duties really are to run the library, and I've hired new staff to help me do that. There's some new faces. The electronic services librarian, for example, is Victoria, and you also will see Jody Hilsheim, as well as Jeanette, our archivist. Well, I got to Upper Iowa University through a search. They had a national search to replace Becky when she retired in the summer, And I came up here as a candidate and really liked the pace of life here. I like being in a rural setting. I had some experience from living in the Midwest, so I knew it was a family-friendly area to come to. I really do hope to change the library very much. We're in a transition. All libraries are, and we're going from a traditional or a sort of guardian of the books idea of what a library is to more of a focus on services. We're going to be reworking the library, particularly next year in the summertime when residential classes are out, and changing the floor above to turn it more into a learning common. We have big plans for the library. There's a lot of things that could be changed. It's going to be in phases. It hasn't all been completely mapped out, but I know the first focus is going to be on opening up a second access point on the floor above us, so you will have a ground floor entrance as well as a first floor entrance. The first floor entrance will face into the campus, which will make it much more accessible. There'll be more signage. It'll be easier to get in. In that reconstructed area, there'll be a lot more collaborative areas to make it a learning commons. We're going to have academic enrichment departments in there. We have the tutor center now. We're going to add the writing center, for example, probably bring in disability services and other academic support departments as well. We're going to have even things that make it a little bit more usable for students, particularly at late night around exams, like a coffee bar, which has become a standard for learning commons. And we're going to change the furniture and change the look.
All right, now let's send it over to Dane to talk about sports.
Hello and welcome to the no-shave version of Peacock Sports with me, Dane Gillespie. Today we are going to start the show off with something new. Now that the fall athletics season for the Peacocks is officially over, it's time to hand out Dane's postseason awards. Now we start off with men's MVP, Derek Portis. Portis was the workhorse this year for the Peacocks. The sophomore led the team in rushing yards with 855 and led the way with 8 rushing touchdowns. He also tallied a receiving touchdown. And now we move on to women's MVP, Kayla Petrie. The goalie for the Peacocks played every single game for our women's soccer team. She tallied 97 saves with a save percentage of 78.2% and owned an 8-10 record. She also had a total of 4 shutouts, being the dominant force for the defensive end of the Peacocks. And now the freshman of the fall, Birgit Reinders. This was a very close race between multiple Peacocks, with the freshmen really showing their potential for the future of Upper Iowa sports. Reinders won because she was tied with Anna Atterbury for the most points on the season for the Peacocks, 9, and finally she had the most game-winning goals on the team, 3. And that is Dane's postseason awards. Now let's get to some current sports. Women's basketball has struggled so far this year, but with a new coach and a new system, it's a work in progress. One thing that will really help the Lady Peacocks this season will be the senior leadership. And one of these seniors, Carly Pagel, is our first Peacock profile.
My name is Carly Pagel. I'm from Sumner, Iowa, and I'm a redshirt senior this year playing on the women's basketball team. I grew up only 20 minutes away from Fayette, so that's Sumner, and I always knew about Upper Iowa, but I never really considered it until I did get a call to come on a visit for basketball. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but when I got here, it really impressed me and surprised me, and I knew it was the right place for me, and it was a good fit, and it was such a great atmosphere being here on campus. And you know, the women's basketball team, we had a lot of building to do, and I was really excited to be a part of that. Upper Iowa feels like a family. The atmosphere is very close-knit. Knowing everyone on campus, being able to get a friendly wave or a smile from anyone when you're walking by. The professors are great here, working with us athletes, and just the whole athlete bond in general with all the sports teams is really cool. I started playing basketball when I was really little, probably around my elementary years. My dad has always been a big sports fanatic. I'm the oldest of all my siblings, so we kind of grew up. My dad started a traveling team and got some girls in my grade going, and it kind of just became a family thing. All my siblings came to all the tournaments and kind of grew from there, and here I am now. This is an interesting question because I actually got to participate in a track and field meet here at Upper Iowa last year. So if I got to play another sport, it would be track and field, throwing discus. A ritual that I have is always getting a nap in. Whether it's a practice or a game, I like to have a pregame nap, as I call it. And if we're in the hotel, like on an away trip, everybody knows, oh, we gotta let Carly get a pregame nap in. So they gotta turn off the lights and leave the hotel room. So it's kind of funny, but it works for me, so. My favorite memory here at UIU is getting NSIC Freshman of the Year. That was all the way like 4 years ago, but it was a pretty cool honor. The Northern Sun Conference is definitely a very competitive conference. It doesn't matter who you're playing, it's always going to be a close game, and you always have to prepare, and anyone can win at any given time. That's what makes it a really cool thing to be a part of. Something that not many people know about me is that I went to the State Fair Spelling Bee like 3 times as a kid, and now I work at the Writing Center here on campus. My ideal plans after graduation is, well, I already graduated in last May, and right now I'm getting my MBA, so it's really awesome that I'm able to get my MBA while I'm still playing basketball. And then after I complete my MBA, I would like to move my way up in the finance world, since right now I'm getting that degree in corporate finance. I'm working right now at a bank and getting some experience, so maybe I could work my way up in the bank someday.
Our women's basketball team has their conference home opener this weekend versus SMSU on Friday at 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, they face the University of Sioux Falls at 4 p.m. in Dorman Gymnasium. The wrestling team has started off the season well, winning the Showdown at Sundown and being a part of 3 different tournaments. Malik Williams, our second Peacock profile, has also wrestled well, winning his Truman State match and owning 3rd place with fellow teammate Ryan Schmaling at the Augsburg College Open. So, let's take a look at Malik's story.
My name is Malik Williams. I'm from Miami, Florida. I am a redshirt sophomore. I wrestle here at Upper Iowa. I wrestle 125 pounds. I have a coach back in Miami who was an alumni here, All-American, and he started talking to me about schools and colleges and choices, and said Upper Iowa would be a great fit, very family-oriented, so started looking into it. Well, Upper Iowa, being that it was a Division II school, I didn't really want to go Division I, so it was like, I don't want to be less than Division II or Division III, but I don't want to be Division I, so I was like, well, let's go try out Iowa. And I wanted a different aspect in the fast pace, wanted to be able to experience all 4 seasons, so that's how I chose Upper Iowa. I have an uncle who wrestled before I got into the sport. I enjoyed going to his matches and rolling around with the team, and I felt like wrestling was going to be that sport to release energy, develop more discipline and the more physical aspects of life, just to learn new things. Well, initially, I didn't know what to say. All I told him was, hey, if you get in contact with my grandfather, then we might have a plan. He did, and then I got the call from my grandfather, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely where I'm going, because I need somebody that's willing to go beyond the things that they normally do to get to me, and that's what Coach did, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go with it. It would have to be January 30th of 2016 when I made my debut match back from my stroke and open heart surgery in 2015, it was just a great feeling and a great atmosphere to have the crowd and my supporters there after the stroke and everything to witness me go out there and wrestle against Mankato and get a win, and the team won the duel as well. It's just an awesome feeling. Well, my comeback last season, it was a pretty drastic comeback. Didn't think I was going to be able to wrestle again, but really didn't know what to expect from the whole aspect. I had my coaches and athletic trainers, they were always there behind me, giving me motivation and giving me hope and just keeping my ego boosted and motivation up that I could make a comeback. With the doctors saying no, it probably wouldn't happen, that gave me a little bit more motivation rather than being like, oh, well, I can't do it because the doctor said I couldn't do it. It was pretty drastic, and when I got to the hospital and hearing the word stroke and no wrestling ever, I broke down in tears because wrestling has played a big part in my life. And the recovery process, I was pushing it just to get back to wrestling at least a duel, if not a tournament. And then once I got to wrestle in the first 3 duels in January and February, and then made it to the regional tournament, wrestled in the regional tournament, won 3 out of the 4 matches that I wrestled, and then made it to the national tournament. It was a great feeling. Got to jump up into Coach Grimm's arms at the end of that semifinals match where I punched my ticket to go to the national tournament. And then just hearing the crowd behind me and the support that everybody had, nobody had let me down, and just felt like I was in a real family, even though my family wasn't here. After graduation, I plan on becoming a registered nurse and a paramedic. I want to specialize in cardiology in the nursing field because of the whole aspect of my stroke and it dealing with the heart, and I want to be able to see and experiment a little more with why it happened and if it'll ever happen again, not having it happen to me again, and helping others out in the long run. I'm also planning on going into the military and becoming a medic here this summer, hopefully. So just really wanting to help people out and give back to the community that gave to me.
Come out this weekend and support the wrestlers as they host the University of Mary this Sunday in Dorman Gym at 2 p.m. Our men's basketball team came out cold from the three-point line, shooting under 30% in their first 5 games. And the team had a 1-4 record. But the last 2 games, the Peacocks have shot much better, shooting 38 shots and making 19 of them, exactly 50% from 3. Upper Iowa used this hot shooting streak to win the McDonald's Thanksgiving Classic in Rensselaer, Indiana. One big reason for these 2 wins was Jimmy Roth, who scored double digits in both games. And this is our 3rd Peacock profile of the show.
I'm Jimmy Roth, I'm a senior, and I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. What made me choose Upper Iowa was the team mostly, all the players on the team. They're a great group of guys, and so that really stood out for me. I started playing basketball when very young. I don't really remember the age, but my dad and my brother really got me interested in basketball, and started playing when I was young and just fell in love with it. I would say my parents really motivated me. They always pushed me to be a better athlete and player, but never too hard. Mostly they allowed me to be free and play how I wanted to play. When Coach called me, I was very excited. I was really looking forward to the season and then getting up here to Upper Iowa. If I had to play another sport, it'd definitely be baseball. Played baseball in high school. I wouldn't say I would be really good, but I think I'd get a couple hits here and there. Oh geez, I actually have a good amount of rituals. I usually double knot my right shoe and single knot my left shoe. Always have to put a new stick of gum in before each game or practice. That's about it. My favorite memory of all time would probably be going to state for basketball. We kept the streak going live 10 years in a row. My favorite memory at Upper Iowa would probably be traveling to California for a basketball tournament and going to see the Lakers practice facility and shooting around there. It was a good time. Reaching 1,000 points was a good milestone. I worked pretty hard to get where I came right now, and so reaching that point was a pretty high point in my life. Playing with Jace, Josh, Luke, and Jordan has been great. I've known most of them for over 3 years. I've known Jace, Josh, and Luke since I was probably in 6th grade playing AAU, so been friends for a very long time, and our friendship's definitely grown, and it's been just a blast playing with them. The level of play in the Northern Sun Conference is very high. I learned that right away when my first year here. I didn't expect that, but it's a very good competition. Every night you got to go out and battle, and you never know if you're never safe to get a win, so you just got to keep working hard. My plans after graduation are to go on to grad school for either chiropractics or physical therapy.
The Peacocks also opened their conference schedule and conference home opener this weekend versus SMSU on Friday and Sioux Falls on Saturday, following the women's games on each day. I started sports with something new, and now it's time to do the same at the end. So it's my pleasure to introduce the first Anchor Challenge, hosted by Dylan Field and Mo Wilburn. That's all from me. Take it away, Dylan.
Alright folks, welcome into the first KPCK TV Anchor Challenge. I am KPCK TV Executive Producer Dylan Field, and today we have Maurice Wilburn to describe the rules of today's competition, which is chair jousting. Mo, what should we look forward to in today's match?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's a few things you need to know, alright? First things first, the loser has to post on social media that the other is better at chair jousting, alright? You know that. Second thing you need to know is that somebody's hair getting dyed tonight. But the most important rule, the main rule you need to know, no touching of the hair. Let's get going.
Alright folks, before we get started, the anchors, you know and love them. Jamina Lynn Storman, if our camera guy can get Jamina on frame. And Donnie Kendall. Folks, who's going to win?
Jamina.
Crossbow.
Fine. Lightsaber.
Lightsaber. Going Darth Vader today, huh? You're going crossbow.
Let me tell you something there. She thinks she's gonna beat me, but she's got another thing coming, brother. Watch her as the Joust Master takes her down, yeah. Become the best, yeah. And I hope she ate her vegetables, said her prayers, and had her vitamins, brother, yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one who dyes my hair tonight. I can tell you that for sure.
Alright, Peacock fans, last chance to place your thoughts on who's gonna win. Let's hand it over to tonight's official, Maurice Wilburn.
Are we ready?
I'm ready!
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let the chaos begin.
Right on in.
Point to me.
Yes!
Oh, I got her twice.
No!
She missed me completely. I got her in the arm and the butt. Come on, man. That was
Point. Jamina.
Oh my gosh.
but you may go one more round. Best 2 out of 3.
Hold on. Do we need to go to instant replay? Consult the replay desk.
Let's consult the replay real fast. New rolling. Don gets score. Jamina is the loser. You ready?
Practice shot real quick.
Ready?
You ready?
Definitely ready.
Round 2 of 3. Begin.
Yeah!
Gotcha.
I got you first.
Same time. Same time.
Jamina, first score. Tied match. 1-on-1. Who shall be the victor? Last round. Who shall take it all? Will it be Dean? Or shall it be the most beautiful Jennifer? Are we ready? Are you? Then I'm ready to begin.
I am so sorry.
I died.
Victory! Fine.
Well, you seen who the winner was, clearly. Dino is the winner.
Alright, folks. You saw and heard what our officials said. Donnie picks up the dub over Jamina. Donnie, what are your thoughts about winning the first ever anchor competition?
Well, everybody out there in TV, man, let me tell you something. I knew I was going to win. I came in with a confidence. You know, people said I couldn't do it, but you know what? Just because this young shirt says I can't do it, don't mean I couldn't. You see this beating? That's my heart. I'm a champion.
Are you going to win next time, Donnie?
Look at me. Am I going to win next time? You saw what I did out there. Give him a win. I ain't wearing this small shirt next time, but I'm going to win next time.
Jamina, thoughts about losing the anchor competition?
It was a tough match, definitely. But I will say I'll come back stronger next time.
Would you say that the instant replay was the turning point, considering you had all the momentum before moving to replay?
Yes, I would say so. I would definitely say so.
Does that mean you have anything against our official?
No. Oh, and we're good. Next time, though.
Let's send it back to the studio.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it sure was fun.
It really was fun. I do have a question, though, for you. What's up with the crossbow? Katniss? Did you volunteer that weapon as tribute?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, by the way, folks, since I won the first competition, Jamina has to go on social media and admit that I'm the better chair jouster, and she has to dye her hair another color. I'm thinking green, maybe?
That's just a little bit over the top. Let's comment below and see what color you would like me to dye my hair in, and we'll see.
And also comment on the next competition that you'd like to see us partake in.
Yes. KPCK TV produces Peacock Talk along with other programs. In the second part of our Get to Know the Staff series, Taylor Hoth sat down with Donnie Kendall, my co-anchor.
I'm Donnie Kendall. I am a junior and I'm from Illinois. I joined KPCK TV because, well, first of all, I'm part of KPCK Radio also. But the reason I joined television was because I wanted to be a part of history here at Upper Iowa University. My favorite part about anchoring is just getting up there and just being able to inform everybody of the news happening here at Upper Iowa.
Well, that's all we have, Peacock Nation. Be sure to check us out on social media.
Until next time, so long, take care, and remember, keep your feathers up.